Yeah, I'm just not into it. Every time hockey season comes around, it's like, whatever.
What do you mean every time it comes around? To hear you tell it, it's 9 months out of the fucking year, right?
It's only 9 months when we do well. Otherwise, it's like 6.
That is shocking to me. Is it the longest sports season that exists?
No, it matches up with basketball pretty much exactly. That's why
There's
you don't get
9
many
months of
basketball and hockey fans. Like because basketball starts like 1 week, a week and a half after hockey, and ends like a week to a week and a half after hockey ends.
I know that I'm the weird one, that I'm not into any of these team sports. They just don't mean anything to me, but they just don't. I just don't care, you know? Like if I just don't feel like they represent me at all in any kind of way. And I don't understand being a fan of the Lakers. It's like, all right, yeah, why? Because they're good at basketball, right? And you like seeing basketball perform well. Oh, no. Lakers for life. Even when they're bad, I like to watch. I don't get that. Like, you're a fan of like the colors that they wear. You just like the gold and purple or whatever. Like
I mean,
well, they're from Los Angeles, represent.
It's like, no, they're not.
No, they're not. They imported them from every fucking other state because they're the best that they could afford to buy. These are mercenaries. It's a mercenary sport. All sports are. And I don't get that.
I like the sport of hockey. Like I'll watch, like if if we weren't doing the show tonight and the Islanders were playing the Penguins, both very good teams this year. Mm-hmm. Islanders are better. They were on a 10-game win streak until the Penguins won in overtime. I would have watched that game. Like I like watching the sport of hockey. I enjoy.
I'm glad you said that because that's how I define an actual sports fan, in my opinion. You know, I think that if you will watch the sport being played, regardless of who's playing it, as long as it's at a high level, then you're just a fan of the game. And by doing that, maybe you can come to admire a player or a team. But I don't. But I think bandwagon fans are the best fans because those are the fans who
give you honest feedback.
They're giving you honest feedback, and they're like, "Hey, I like what I'm seeing right there. I'm a fan of this, not a fan of like some nostalgic bullshit from when I was 13 and the Bulls won." Like not that, because that doesn't matter. Jordan's not playing ball anymore. There's Scottie Pippen's dead, isn't he?
I mean, I
know he's not.
For the longest time, I gave shit to Hawks fans because number one, they're our rival, and we have to give them shit. And they had such a ridiculous bout of success with 3 Stanley Cups over the course of like 5 or 6 years. But even then, like now, I'm seeing friends of mine who didn't give a fuck about the Blues, just being like, "Oh, I'm all about the Blues now. They're awesome. They're great." Like because we won the Stanley Cup, and so they're getting really popular. But even that, like, I don't actually dislike the bandwagon fans. It's just a nice little chirp to throw out there and be like, oh, you didn't even know. And at this point, like, it's been long enough that like Hawks fans, even on the hockey Reddit, will be like, I've been a fan ever since the team was created in 2010. Because
I understand being a fan of a player, you know, in the same way I understand being a fan of a fighter. And like I would totally understand it if somebody was like a Colts fan because they liked Peyton Manning, and then when he goes to another team, they're like, oh, now I'm a Vikings fan, or you know, wherever he goes. You know, I get Denver, that. Yeah. I just don't. It was Denver, yeah. I was spacing out, but still, I just don't understand being a fan of like the mascot and the jersey. It's never made sense. You can
also like the way it is for me. Like I like different styles of hockey. So like the Blues are a very big, defensive, slow the game down, hit really, really hard, and like play a little dirty, frankly. Like the Blues are like, of the teams existing now, they're probably the dirtiest. I like that style. It's more old school hockey. They grind you down, and then like going into game day threads and seeing like, you know, I don't know, I'm just picking a random team, like a fucking Philly fan being like, why are they being? This isn't hockey. Why are they just grinding us and hitting us so hard? And all
a Philly fan would not say that.
I know. I was fucking with you. Trying to just bring Philly in. But let's say a Penguins fan.
Oh,
perfect, right?
Faggots.
Yeah.
Look at these people with their manly beards.
Yeah, like a Penguins fan. Like I like seeing that. But I also like my Eastern Conference team, the Tampa Bay Lightning. They're all run and gun, super fast. They try and make the other team play their game. And if you can't keep up with them, you're not going to do well. They have too many high skill players. And so I enjoy the different styles and the way the game can be played. And like you can watch the Blues play the Lightning. And if the Lightning is able to force the Blues to try and play catch up with me, Lightning are going to blow us out. They're going to win for sure. If the Blues are laying heavy hits and making the Lightning players a little bit scared because they're a team on the smaller side, Blues are going to win.
That happens.
Like you'll see a puck battle going in, and you'll see fucking Kucherov going, and then you'll see Pietrangelo going in, and you'll see Kucherov pull back a little bit. Like I don't want to get fucking hammered.
Pietrangelo matchup for the ages.
For the ages. Yeah. Or Parayko, who is
right.
I love Parayko is one of the best defensemen in the league. He's like 6'6", or he's an enormous guy who plays for us, and he has the hardest slap shot in the league now at this point, I would say. And so often when he winds up to take one from the point, he'll hit a player, and if he hits someone on the other team, they'll like he's shot the skate blade off of people before. And so like the blade will come off and the guy who got hit will try and put his foot down, and then he just eats shit and falls and has to have like another player push him to the bench.
The fuck?
But other times he'll take a wind up and slap it, and it'll hit one of our guys, and the guy will be like spitting blood, like it's like, come on, man. You're in the NHL. Get a little more accurate with that. Please just hit the other players if you're going to hit someone. Don't ruin our guys' teeth. They do that enough on their own. Anyway, enough hockey. We can move past that.